Hello, welcome back to my current subscribers. Thank you for your support. For those of you that are just visiting the channel, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. On my channel, you're going to find gear reviews, DIY hacks, and my many outdoor adventures. Today, I am going to do a review on this Sunglife solar crank radio. This small radio is packed with all kinds of features. It has an AM/FM radio, an emergency weather band, a flashlight, an SOS alarm with flashing light, a solar charging panel, along with a reading lamp, nice little handle here, and a port to charge the device, and a USB port to charge your phone. This is a crank radio, and it also has a battery access. We're going to break this radio down and see what it's got. I do want to say up front that Sunglife provided me with this radio to do a review on, and I want you all to know that this is my candid, honest opinion. All right, first off, we're going to take a look at this radio. It is a emergency weather radio, a FM and AM stereo. It's got the on-off dial along with the tuning. All right, that sounds pretty good. Let's take a look at this weather radio. That's where I would probably need it the most.
At Lambert Field, thunder was reported with a temperature of 68 degrees. The dew point was 65, giving us a relative humidity of 90%. The wind was northeast at 3 miles an hour, and the pressure was 29.84 inches.
Sounds good. All right. Antenna, typical of any transistor radio and typical of many of the other weather radios out there, is just your flimsy antenna, so be careful with that. The next thing that we're going to take a look at is the flashlight. The flashlight, the power switch is on top of the emergency radio, and it's got a dial on it that you can turn to magnify, and can't say that that feels like the most durable part of the radio, and it's not the easiest to turn. It does have a lubricant there that the more you use it, the easier it does turn, but honestly, for my use, I don't think I would be using that a whole lot anyway. So the light itself, not bad. I did use it in a dark room, and plenty of light for, around the camp or for changing a tire or something. All right, the next feature that I'm going to show you is right next to the flashlight, there is an SOS light. And on the bottom of the radio, there's that little lever. You just push that up to SOS, and this is what happens. I'm going to turn this. Watch your ears. And so that is your emergency red flashing light, and not too bad of a siren. All right, one of my favorite features on this radio, right up here. Underneath this solar panel, that's a light. And that to me puts off just an incredible amount of usable light. And when you're picking an emergency radio and you're thinking of all the possibilities that you may have to use it for, whether you're on the side of the highway repairing a car at 2 o'clock in the morning, or there's been a storm and you've lost power, and you're at camp, you get to camp late, and you need usable light, the hook that's on here, hook that underneath the hood of the car and open that up. You don't have to fumble with flashlights while you're working on the car, trying to hold tools. You don't have to hold a flashlight while you're trying to start a fire at camp. You got a scared kid at home, power's out. That'll light up a room. So I think Sunglife did a fabulous job with that light. All right, now we're going to talk about how to get this thing some power in an emergency. We have all grabbed a flashlight out of the drawer in a storm, and the batteries have been dead. I don't even want to talk about the batteries. It's got a battery door. If you want to put 3 AAA batteries in there, there you go. USB cord. It comes with a USB cord. Plug that in, charge it. There you go. The 2 features that I want to talk about is the crank, and then you've got this solar panel right here. The solar panel, I did test that and got a good charge on it. I did have it out there for 6 hours and feel like that it gave me a pretty good charge. I came in, turned the light on, left the light on for 12 hours. That's good enough for me. So I was super happy to see that work so well. I like the idea that I can strap that to my pack while I'm hiking, have that charging. And then the other thing I noticed is when I got this radio, I put it on my desk, and my desk has a lamp on it, and I noticed that when it was under the lamp or by the lamp, that it was actually charging. So I did like that as well. So while I'm at home, I can just keep it on my desk, and then when I grab it, it should have a charge. That is nothing that Sunglife, instructed or encouraged or discouraged. It just something that I noticed. The one thing that I'm really excited about is the crank. So having this crank on here means that you always have access to charging this radio enough to get some light in emergency, the emergency SOS, or the weather radio. Crank that, crank it either way, and that charges that up. And that to me is one of the neatest features about an emergency radio, is that no matter what, if I let this drain dead by mistake, I'm going to be able to get a weather report, get enough usable light, or enough to use that SOS. So the crank part of the radio is what should sell anyone on an emergency radio. All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about this radio with me today. I would encourage you to seriously consider purchasing a radio like this to add to your emergency kit. At the time of this recording, this radio is about $36. Feel free to click on the Amazon link below to see today's current pricing. As always, enjoy the journey.